guys, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Chronicles of a Crafter. So my next project is going to be sort of a bumblebee type of spring/summer journal. So yes, we are coming up on spring. I promise you that it is coming. So anyway, yeah, welcome to Chronicles of a Crafter. Yeah, I'm going to work on an upcoming spring junk journal in the motif of a bumblebee. So as always, I always prep really well when I'm making a journal. I tend to pull everything that I have, pull it all together, store it in a little box or a little drawer or a tray, just so that I can keep all the elements for that project together. So here is everything that I've sorted through my craft room, looking for things, elements that goes with the bumblebee theme, and yeah, this is what I have. So I'll just go through it really quickly with you, and then we'll play with something, do a little something. So here I have lots of fabric. I have the sunflowers and the bumblebees with honey jars, all on this printed fabric that I picked up at the dollar store. I got these when they were $1 a piece. Now the dollar store is $1.25. So when I don't know what it is, maybe it's a mental thing, like, you know, you don't want to, you used to be able to get 4 items for $1 a piece. Now you're only getting 3 items for the same price that you would spend, you know, before for 4 items. So now I don't buy as much fabric from the dollar store, considering that it's now an extra 25 cents, right? So and then you add tax on top of that. So I used to go crazy and just buy 3 of these, 3 of these, 3 of those. Like I you know, now I just buy 1 or 2, if that. Maybe I only buy 1 little roll of a fat quarter from the dollar store, because now it's $1.25. All right, so I have all of this in my stash previously, and yeah, these are just some fabric that I may consider doing maybe a cover with or something like that. I picked these up back, I want to say these both came from Hobby Lobby. So there are little bumblebees, honey pots, sunflowers in this package, and here's a little package of sunflowers. I want to say these were half off when I got them, because it was just right around the end of fall, and everything was like, get these fall things out of here at 50% off. So I grabbed these, and they weren't very expensive. This was $1.99, so I paid you know, $1 for this, and this was $2.99, so I paid like $1.50 for these. So yeah, these have just been sitting in my stash waiting for the perfect moment to use them. Here I have some Photoplay ephemera pack, and this has 26 pieces in here. It's cardstock weight paper, and this is from, again, Photoplay. I picked these up at the what was that? The scrapbooking expo that I went to in Mesa, Arizona. Guys, I travel all over the world on the hunt for crafting supplies. But yes, I attended the I think it's like the Stamp and Scrapbooking Expo, and this was located in Mesa, Arizona. That I attended that while I was crafting across America. Yeah, so I picked this up. It had a full kit, which I think is under here somewhere, and these are by Tula and Norbert's, and this pack is called Sweet as Honey. And here is the large packet of that, same thing. It's like a coordinating pack. So again, Tula and Norbert Sweet as Honey is what this is called, and very inexpensive. But again, Photoplay is the company that makes this paper, and I picked that up from them. Craft lunch. Tools are falling everywhere. Alright, so besides that, I got these at Joann's. Again, they were, I guess, like, they were either 40% off or on all of their stamping supplies, or this was buy one, get one at 50% off or something like that. I have this little stamp pack. I believe it was 40% off for just this one. So yeah, I picked this up knowing that I'll be doing something with it. And now that I look at this right here, this little honeycomb, I have a honeycomb, what is it, die cut that I may also be using in this project. So I'll go grab that and keep it with this as well. And then at at Joann's, I also picked up some paper that represents this journal that we're making. So there's the bumblebee and just some muted sunflowers, and this is by American Crafts. This right here is a digital. I believe I downloaded this. Don't remember from who, but it fits the project, so I'm keeping that together. And then I have this. I believe I picked this up at a thrift store. It was one of my thrifting hauls, and it just says busy as a bee, and it has a little bumblebee down there. It's just lots and lots of writing paper. Who doesn't need that in a journal? Here's some tissue paper, pretty flowers. I saw it in my stash, was like, yep, I'm gonna grab that. And I have some actual just some, I guess this is fabric. It's like I don't know. Here, I'll show you what it is really. It's one of these like flower bundles or bushels or whatever they call them. I picked this up at the dollar store as well, and just pulled one of these off. So I'm going to starch these, get them all nice and flat, and then spray some starch on it to keep it in place. You know what I mean? Because this looks crazy. I pulled this out of my closet just the other day when I was looking for some flowers to put in my yard. Anyway, here is some other new items I found at the dollar store. These are fabric strips, and they're 2 inches wide by 36 inches long. So basically they just took some of these fabric fat quarters or whatever these measure and cut them up to make these. So here I have these flowers, which again matches this tissue paper. I thought that would be cute, and nothing but bumblebees on this one with some plain blue fabric in this pack. What I'm going to do today, I am going to do something that I saw Tim Holtz is selling. Walking through Joann's, I tend to go into the Tim Holtz aisle a lot just for inspiration, and I saw he had, I believe it's like, I don't know if it's fabric or washi because I haven't bought it, but I think I can make it. I think, like, let's try it. I say let's try it. So it starts with this. Here, let me move the rest of these things out of the way. It's super simple, right? And I think that we can all try it and save ourselves, I don't know what he charges for that, maybe $8 for this roll of, I want to say it's fabric, guys. Again, I didn't buy it, so I'm not sure what exactly it is. You know, when you go through that aisle, you see, you know, 42 different things, and you're like, oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's so cool. You know, you get so flustered. Well, at least I do. I'm like, oh, I can totally do that. I take a bunch of pictures with my phone, but I think I can make whatever it was that I saw, and I'm going to use this fabric right here. So basically, it's just like a grungy or distressed, I think it's fabric. I want to say it's fabric. I know he has the washi as well, but I think that what I saw was a fabric strip, and it's like really grunged up and distressed. So I'm thinking I can use something like that as my closure for my junk journal, and it's just fabric with stamps on it. Like, you can just stamp your stamps directly onto your fabric. So let's just say we have this piece right here. Let me grab my silicone mat, and I've never done this before. I have no prototype. This is just me on the fly, going from memory, because I don't even have my phone in here if I did take a picture of it. So yeah, I'm just going, you know, I am just going off the rails here and doing this on my own. So I'm going to grab some stamps. I'm thinking, let me grab some stamps and some ink, and I'll be back in just 2 ticks. Alright guys, so here are my stamp collection, some of what I have available, and I'm just going to stamp directly onto this fabric, and I hope I'm in frame all the way down to the end down here. Let me just grab some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, and yeah, I hope I'm in frame so that you guys can see all of this. So I'm going to just stamp. Here I have a numbered stamp. Let's see, let's hope this works. I am using my VersaFine ink in the color Onyx Black, which is what I always use. So I'm just going to saturate this stamp really well and stamp on here. I almost stamped it upside down. Guys, pay attention. Here we go. And I wonder, where is my little, oh, here it is. It's my little pressure applicator for my stamps. Again, I picked this up in Mesa, Arizona as well at the Stamp and Scrapbooking Expo. Let's see what we got. Not bad. I mean, not great, but it's not bad. It clearly a less busy fabric would look better, but I think that's the whole point, right? Like, it's not supposed to be 100% clear, at least not when I looked at Tim's in the store. So his was, you know, grungy enough that you know that there's something stamped on there, but not to the point where it's totally legible. So I'm just gonna keep stamping on this until I get what I want and get it looking how I want it to. But yeah, this is just like a little collage type of experiment here, because that's really what we're doing. I mean, collaging is just blending things together until you get what you want. It's not just with paper. I'm collaging on fabric with stamps, okay? And I'm hoping that this is working. Let's see. I really want this ink to transfer really well and saturate the fabric, because that's what's gonna look super cool. Not too bad at all. I'm not mad at that one bit. This is great. I'm just gonna keep doing this all the way up until I get to the end here, and I'm telling you guys, it's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay guys, I'm wrapping this one strip up. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. I just stamped on here just a bunch of random things, and this is what it turned out to look like. It's a basic, just a little stamping collage that I did on all of this fabric strip, and I will probably do that for all the rest of them as well, and we'll use them in the project as we go through making this bumblebee themed journal. So I'm probably going to have to download a digital, maybe some sort of a kit of or maybe I'll just do it from scratch. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm thinking about downloading a bumblebee kit just to get some plain lined paper, or some bumblebee lined paper, something like that. And I want to say My Porch Prints may have something. I'll have to double check, but that's more than likely what I'll probably end up doing. But this is what I did today. I just stamped all over these strips, or this strip of fabric, and I'll use this in my junk journal. This can be many things, okay? It's going to be probably a closure. We'll tie it off at the end. It can be a belly band, all right, because there's no actual direction for any of the stamps that I made. They're all over the place. So it can be a horizontal belly band or a vertical belly band in the journal. So I'll probably end up doing the same thing to this strip right here. So I'll just show you what I did. Really, it's really nothing. You guys know how to stamp. Again, I'm just using VersaFine ink in the color Black Onyx. And yeah, I just went ahead. This would be interesting. I'm stamping honeycomb on top of a honeycomb. So yeah, I just stamped just like that all over the fabric. More so in a row, so I didn't skip around like I just did here. I just went all the way up from the bottom to the top, just so that it can stay consistent, right? So I didn't want to like have a gaping space right here and can't fill it with anything, or have too much on top of each other and now I have like a large stamp that I want to put in that spot. So yeah, I'm just going to grab some of my stamps out of here. This one says something about magic. I don't know. We'll see. So here, I'll just stamp this right down here at the bottom. It's already on an angle, so words are very difficult to stamp sometimes on fabric, because the fabric soaks up a lot of the lettering, or you know, soaks up the ink so much that it's hard to read. But this one came out pretty good. It says magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. So I think that worked out really well. So let's see, I'll just keep on stamping. I mean, this is what I did, guys. Like, I can stay here and talk to y'all, but this is basically all that I did. Here's a little chemistry symbol. And this one's coming out actually a little bit better because of the brightness of the fabric. This one has a lot of lights and darks and dull spots, places that you really can't see what I've stamped. So this one is coming out actually a little bit better, so that's a good thing. And my little finger cotton here is keeps wanting to slide off, but I'm trying to protect you guys so you don't have to look at my gross finger. So yeah, it is getting better. It's healing up nicely, but it's nothing to look at, okay? Just FYI, you don't want to see it. But yeah, I can tell that it may take a while before it's fully healed or ready to be exposed. So yeah, don't want to show you guys what that looks like right now. Word of advice, do not smash your finger on your furniture. So okay, so here's an example of what can happen, right? So I'm using 2 different thicknesses of stamps. So these are very thick. This one's rather thin. You know, it's not as heavyweight as these. So these will stamp fine because they're thicker, but as you get down to the thinner ones, you'll end up with some gaping spaces like that, right? Because the ink didn't get a chance to saturate the fabric. So just keep that in mind. Look at my dirty rag. Just keep that in mind when you're stamping, that you have to use the same thickness if you're going to put all the stamps on one stamping block. Otherwise, you'll end up with this right next to something that's fully saturated. So there's that. Just a little food for thought. I have here this cute little bumblebee, which is rather thin. It's kind of like the little chemistry symbol. So I'll just fill in those spaces with it. So yeah, and then that's all, guys. It's nothing, there's nothing really to write home about. This is just personal preference. I just went through all of my stash here of stamps and stamped along all the way on these strips. And this is the part that I'm trying to avoid for you guys, not to have to watch me struggle to open a packet of stamps, because I have a ton of stamps here, and some of them are brand new, have never used them before. Others are you know, well circulated throughout my stash. And yeah, so it's hit or miss which one I'm gonna go for next. But yeah, here we go. Just stamp it. Just put it anywhere, whether it's on the fabric or not. See? A lot of my stuff was overlapping, hanging off the edges. So I like that look because it shouldn't be totally legible. At least Tim Holtz example of his was not totally legible at the store. So yeah, I don't even know what half of these are or represent. I believe that's some sort of a bank draft. This is some sort of a ledger. So it doesn't really have to mean anything, but it's the background, right? So this is what's going to tell me that this is for my bumblebee journal. I did find some words that stamped really well. I think it was this one. So yeah, once I'm done here, I'm gonna have lots to clean up, but it's gonna be okay. It's just another fun-filled day in the craft room. So simple stuff. Nothing too difficult on this day. I'm not even sure what day it is, actually. To be totally honest, it is questionable what day this is. But yeah, I want to get this somewhere in here. See? So it's just sort of like a little stamp collage that I'm doing. Just playing with stamps and making something very plain look a little prettier. So I like this one as well. This is just like a little paragraph of sorts. I don't even know what it says, to be quite frank. It could say anything, really. Do not know one bit. And I don't even think it's legible, so I'm just gonna stamp that right there. See? Easy peasy. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm doing today. This right here is just an example of something that's going to go into the journal when we're ready to start making that. Don't think I forgot that we're also going to do either the forest or another spring botanic junk journal. So yeah, that's coming up as well. So yeah, we have plenty to play with coming up. So yeah, I may do forest next, and whoops, I may do forest next after we do this bumblebee one, because I think the bees will come out in the spring. At least I hope they come back. We have a few plants in the back that attracts the bees. They're African basil plants, and the bees love them. I mean, absolutely love that plant. So the bees will be back. And as this says right here, here are the bees' knees. So I'm just going to stamp that right up here. Alright guys, I'm going to leave you here because you are the bee's knees, and thank you guys so much for subscribing, watching, sharing, thumbs upping, everything. Check out the links down below in the description box. Thanks for thumbs upping my videos, sharing the videos, hitting the bell for notifications after you've subscribed. And I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed and share my videos and comment. You guys are the best. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will definitely talk to you guys in the next video. Stay naturally curious. Have a crafty day, guys. Bye.